How's it going, everyone? I'm Al, and today we're taking a bit of a different StarCraft trip than what we normally do. This is kind of like what I at least assume in America is like watching college football. We've got two youngsters, and they're really young. So I think it's a nice thing to kind of do to see, you know, what are these players going to do when they get a little bit older? Like, what is the future of StarCraft and maybe RTS? So let me introduce the players. First of all, we have a Protoss player. He's playing for Team Alpha X, which is a good team, solid team, Australia's team. He is ExoStriker. His opponent is our Terran player over here. He is an Italian player, and he's related to someone in a very high standard in StarCraft. It's BabyMarine, playing for Team Rotti. Now, you might not know about these two players. I actually don't know too much about them either. What I do know about this player is that he is the younger brother of Reina, our Italian Zerg player, one of the best Zerg players in the world. And from what I do know, what I do understand is that his brother is, BabyMarine is pretty good at this game. Now, ExoStriker, I have no idea about, like, at all. But we will have to see. I think he's about 17 right now. Let me just quickly. Alright, so I did have a look. Both these players are 17. Born in the year 2005. Ugh. If you're like me, you should be feeling pretty old right now. So that's the first feeling. Second feeling is, what have I done with my life? Look at these guys. They're pro players. I mean, they're on the lower end of the pros. They're ranked in the hundreds. I think 109 and 113 or so, according to a legal act. I was checking now, and it's numbers, so I immediately forgot. But yeah, so we'll see what this matchup entails. And the nice thing about this, and why I really want to cast it, apart from, you know, watching the college guys, the college football, as we'll call it, is this map. Now, I've been playing a little bit on these maps. If you've been watching my ladder, it's been going terribly. But anyway, so maybe watching a couple of games on these maps will give me, and hopefully you, a better understanding of what's going on. So this is Neo-Humanity, LE. And it's got this small ramp leading down, and then this abomination of a gold mineral patch leading down to what would be a nice third. Or instead, you've got to go this long way around to get to the third, which is exposed on multiple sides. I mean, I think this choke is easy enough to hold. If you can put a bit of defenses in here, then you can maybe cut off this whole area. But this, maybe not so much. So we'll see what these two players are doing. At this stage, we've got two Reapers roaming around for BabyMarine. And just a single, well, okay, there's 3 Adepts there. We are seeing the Stargate and single Oracle into Phoenixes. So we're going to see the Phoenix play coming out here from ExoStriker. Yeah, and we'll see how these two are doing. First Reaper does fall, second Reaper falls. Decent standing for the Protoss. And what I'm hoping to see as well is in this game, we will see the differences between the guys that are number 1, 2, 3 and these guys that are ranked a little bit lower. So we have a kind of gateway wall coming in here. Now the probes are mining. These minerals contain 14. Okay, but that's 2 trips, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was 2 trips. So it doesn't take too long to mine them out, relatively speaking. There's a Marine going for a walk. Oh, there's high yield gas here by whatever this base is. This base that's right in front of the... What is this map? Then we've got a tower over here. Another one over here. Zalnaga Tower. Okay, here come the Phoenixes. Having a bit of a fly around. There's this slowing zone, which goes through the middle of the map. What an odd map. But we'll see if there's any good games on it. Twilight Council coming up. If you are not watching my StarCraft now because you're watching IEM Katowice, I don't blame you. That, if I'm not mistaken, has started today. The 8th? Yes. So I'm going to cast this and immediately go over to that. And we'll see how that one is going. Should be some good games over in Katowice this year. I am expecting a lot from that tournament. Okay, finally ExoStriker has kind of gotten rid of this. He's getting his 3rd up. Do we see a 3rd CC? It doesn't look like it. No, a lot of Marines, a lot of Marauders, a lot of supply depots being built now. Combat Shields just finishing, Stimback just about to finish. Here comes the Phoenixes. There is a turret being built, but they do pick up that worker. The rest are crowding around trying to get the build off. It's a lot of damage so far, 7 workers. I like a combination of the Phoenixes and the Oracles. At the same time, BabyMarine is going to march his Marines and Marauders and the single Cyclone across the map. And see if he can get some damage done. Only a small Protoss army here to defend, so this could become quite dangerous. There is a tank. Phoenixes are going to come in, try to get the medevac. They don't. And we now have the Marines here on the edge starting to get rid of the gateways. Tank causing a lot of mayhem here, making it so that the Protoss can't really get into a good defensive position. Immortal is being chrono boosted out. Okay, now Protoss is going to jump. Phoenix is coming in to lift the tank up. That's going to make the rest of the army a lot more squishy. Tank goes down, and I think this push has quite comfortably, oh so comfortably, been held. Reinforcements are slowly on the way. Yeah, that Terran army got destroyed for the loss of 2 gateways. I wouldn't complain too much about it. Widowmine's trying to get some hits off, reinforcements coming in to help. I wouldn't push this further, too much further. Yeah, because there's the Immortal, there's the shield battery. Colossus is busy. In terms of upgrades, only the basics. So we've got Charge and Warp Gate for Protoss. And Stimpack. Okay, the +1/+1 is finishing now. Oh, Concussive Shells. Couldn't remember the name. As well as the Lance thingy. I'm not thinking. I can't think. Extended Thermal Lance and Blink on the way for ExoStriker. He's got a nice little observer here. Seeing a lot. Couple of observers around the map. He's going for his 4th already. At the same time, where is the 3rd CC? Okay, so it is being built. It's almost finished. Now, Terran can be a little bit behind in workers, obviously, because mules are great. But I don't think BabyMarine is in a fantastic situation. How many players in StarCraft do we have that have some form of Marine in their name? It's too many. Like, come on, Terran players, get creative. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I've committed to becoming a Terran now. Lol. Okay, so Widowmine's going to go on one side. This army's going to go on another. I would love to see these rocks broken down. Because this slowing zone... So slow. Okay, now we can go again. Couple of zealots going to run by. Actually, you could just run around the edge. That's probably the better way to go. Maybe the slowing zone's not that bad. Gonna try attack on this side. The Colossus are available. Mine's going to... A little bit of dancing back and forward in front of the mine. These 2 zealots not doing too much. Alright, so you can see the tempo difference between someone like a Clem or a Maru and BabyMarine. Like, he's kind of hovering about, not getting too much done. I did miss the mine. I'm gonna go back for the mine. We've got to see the mine. Okay, so here the medevac comes in. So you see the multitasking is a little bit different at the top level. 2 go down, all 4 go down. That looks like one of my Widowmine drops. 4 workers. It seemed like it could have gotten a lot more. Yeah, the probe's going back in. It's these small things that are the difference between the best in the world and the guys that are a little bit lower down in the rankings. Okay, so at the same time the base does fall here, so nice little work, nice little move here by BabyMarine. That's good. These Widowmines have not been dealt with. The timing is pretty decent. 18. Okay, this army is in a lot of trouble, being chased down by the Protoss. Reinforcements are at home. army supply is very similar. Army supply can like to be very similar. And at this stage, workers have evened up. So I think BabyMarine did a very nice attack. So he's going to try converge on this Protoss army from two different sides. Maybe not. Yeah, there he goes. He's going to stim in from the top. Watch out for the disruptor. Decent splits there. At the same time, the Colossus are wrecking the army here to the south. The Marauders, they're going to help out a lot. No Marines really to deal with the Immortal. The Colossus are the main target now, but this Terran army is in a lot of trouble. At the same time, workers are still going down here due to the Widow Mines. Colossus does fall. The Protoss army is in shambles, but that being said, it's not like there's much Terran left. Yeah, so, you know, we can start to see a little bit of the differences. And I think that's the main thing. When you look at the best players in the world, it's not necessarily easy to pinpoint what makes them the best. But it's all the small things, the tiniest details that all come to. Is there more? Oh, there's one that snuck into the main base. And two, it's all the tiny details that add up. And that really, that separates Cyril, Dark, Hero, and Maru from the rest of the guys. Gonna continue with this Widow Mine pressure. Not a bad idea. He is going to fly straight over the range and the vision of a observer, so ExoStriker should know something is on the way. Hopefully he does see it and reacts to it appropriately. I'm guessing no. No, the army is moving to be in the middle of the two bases. Okay, comes in here, straight into a cannon, doesn't even care about that. Oh, big hits. And they do walk out. Medevac's going to pick them up. Okay, 12 workers down again. Yeah, BabyMarine just keep knocking ExoStriker back down to have less workers in him. ExoStriker's trying. It's making a bunch. Our Protoss player is trying to keep the worker production up. But yeah, this is a low worker count for games normally. Also, it seems to be a little bit slower than our average, you know, top of the line games. But that's alright. You know, we sometimes got to look at these and see it from all perspectives. Finally, these minerals are being mined out. So that's going to help Terran to have a better economy. The army so far looking pretty good for Protoss. Terran's decent, but I would like to see the addition of Ghost. What is this? What do these rocks do? Oh, so you can, I guess, mine them from both sides. That's odd. Dark Shrine on the way, so we're seeing sneaky, tricky Protoss tricks, along with Storm. Once again, this army is going to be spotted. Please notice it. Yeah, Mario would have seen that. So if you're, this is what a Terran can see. So you can just barely see it. You see the little shimmer. So is that an Abatha voice pack? Nice. There we go. The ghosts are on the way. Great stuff. Upgrades looking very decent. So Terran is up by 1 upgrade for each. Oh, we see, no. The medevac. I keep losing this little red speck on the minimap. 1 marauder taking on a bunch. War Prism. Looked like it was going to load something up, but decided not to. Yeah. I think Terran's got a good amount of Marauders as well. So Marauders obviously very nice and tanky. With the Ghost coming out, I like the position of BabyMarine. And that being said, his worker counts, his economy is just not quite the same. I mean, once again, Terrans can be on a bit of a lower worker count than Protoss. Fleet Beacon. Okay. Is that for range? No, Ghost! Is that going to be for Liberator range? Get a couple of EMPs. Good EMPs. Disruptor does not hit too much. Colossus are still doing work. The Vikings have got to be attacking the Colossus. You've got to get those Vikings hitting the Colossus so that your ground army can get away with the rest. It really is. It's just for the Liberator range. which I guess the Liberators did get improved a little bit. Big warp in here in the main, straight onto the production. But luckily there's a bunch of ghosts. They're able to clear it up. So just from what I see, ghosts still look pretty good. Pretty good. Nuke coming on the way. Oh, I'd love to see a nuke. I would love to see a big old nuke landing just on this Protoss army, making it go kaboom. Terran army approaching from the rear. The Colossus is going to be picked off. The Protoss army is focusing on the planetary, and it gets it, but the cost, I think the cost is too high. BabyMarine just absolutely trashing this Protoss army. A couple of Liberators going to set up this side. Yep, that Protoss army is not getting out. Was that worth it? I don't think so. 6 workers, but losing a heck of a lot more army than the value of that orbital. And now we're going to see Terran push. Push. Yes. Across the map. Yeah, just get rid of it now. You don't need it anymore. Oh, this guy's on a mission. He's on a sneaky mission. What's music? What's the Mission Impossible theme? I don't even know. For some reason I can only think of James Bond. There it is. Is he gonna notice it? Is he gonna pull away? Disruptor. Disruptor's aiming the wrong direction. It's gonna land. He's not pulling the probes. Boom. And ending it with a nuke. Hang on, something else. I want to go back quickly because something else is happening here. There was a lot of workers that fell, but what happened on the other side? Okay, so I got stuck watching the nuke. This army attacks from this side. Okay, so that makes sense why ExoStriker could not keep up. Now the Marauders coming in, dealing a lot of damage here. Alright, so there we go. There's our college StarCraft. Not really college StarCraft, but you know what I mean. That was interesting. That was a very interesting game. A little bit slower paced, a little bit different from the high level stuff that I normally cast. I'm not going to do too much of these because I assume this is not going to be super viewed on the channel. But you know, I like to kind of do a lot. And at this stage, to be honest, I'm biding my time until I get replays from Katowice. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to like the video, subscribe, comment on what your ideas were. What did you think about this game? How do you feel about the guys that are slightly lower down in terms of the rankings? But yeah, anyway, the music stopped. I'm going to stop talking now. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.